Going on America here with the messenger. Excuse me, I just woke up a little while ago. Saw something on my YouTube that I thought I would share with America. But first, I want to give a shout out to my community, here at McFadden Elementary School, for trying to stay connected with the little ones. That's something positive, and we need to share more positive. But I'm sure everybody is aware certain people in this country are not getting just fair. It's very well aware that a lot of parts of our country have extremely high insurance premiums. So after reading a lot of comments, just out of boredom last night, doing my thing, it's not just as simple as moving to states with free healthcare. That makes no fucking sense. If you move to a state with free healthcare and everybody makes the same decision and everybody moves to the state strictly for the healthcare, the insurance payment company or insurance company in that state that may provide state-funded healthcare is going to explode, and then we'll have to pay for it. Which leads me to my statement this morning. If we cannot start making changes in the healthcare system in which everybody gets free healthcare in this country, it's not going to work. Especially with opening up the country soon and all this other happy horse shit with the pandemic. It just doesn't work like that. If nobody can afford to see the doctor, then how are we supposed to know that people have coronavirus? One of the many things I mentioned in consciousness, out of the respect of consciousness and awareness on this videos, it's not going to work. We have a fucked up healthcare system and a fucked up government. A stupid leader, money-hungry, evil fucks. Why don't you, if you don't like the healthcare in your state, why don't you just move to Massachusetts? How about we don't do that and cost us and our children our already state-funded healthcare that we're lucky enough to have? How about that? That's fucking stupid. It makes no sense economically. Because the system is rigged that way. In order to change anything, we have to change our fucking system. Our system is garbage. Our country is garbage. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it now. Our country is garbage. And this isn't liberalism. It's not Republican. It's not Democrat. It's the truth. That's the only thing a lot of people really want out of this life is free fucking healthcare. Full coverage. All around the spectrum. Full coverage means happy, healthy people in a pretty easygoing society, which would lead to other changes. But no, see, that's liberalism. That's not stupid. Oh no, that's not fair. Why not? Rich people don't have to pay premiums. And if they have to pay premiums, they can just wipe their ass with their premiums. Let's think about this, America. You want change, but you don't want to look at it. See? That's the problem. Anybody that looks at change is a liberal. It's not liberalism. Liberal is, I want this, I want that, because I'm entitled to it. That's liberalism. Whiny bullshit. I'm sorry. This is individualism. This is new ideas. This is progress. Spreading one person thinking that it's okay to have full coverage isn't a bad thing. Here's why. Because the further we get in human evolution, medical becomes a prominent and necessary thing. Everybody needs healthcare. If it wasn't for my healthcare, we wouldn't have a home. That's why I wanted to also come on here through all the bullshit that we're all going through in this country lately. We whine and bitch about how Massachusetts is Taxachusetts, and yes, that's very true. It's one of the few states where we can take our children to the doctor and we can fucking afford to feed them. There's a lot of places, because I've moved around a lot, and the biggest place that I've seen that needs an adjustment is Florida. Florida would be a wonderful place for the kids. It's a great place. Because when I was living down there, I noticed one thing that fucking state needed. Low income housing and health insurance for all down there. Because it's a tourist capital of the world. They make a lot of money on tourism in Florida. But if they were to just appoint free healthcare down there, that would be a place to move to. They take better care of their roads down there. Besides the hurricanes and shit, it's not a bad place to live. But see, a lot of people don't want to move to Florida because of the healthcare system. There's a bunch of other states that I could mention on this video this morning to talk about the topic of healthcare. But that is something that we should be demanding in this country right now, especially not even with just the pandemic, just in general. Do you know how much of a reputation would be positive over about America if we just appointed free healthcare? They have money in Congress to do it. I am so sick and tired of seeing the comments, oh, well, they have to think about expenditures. Oh, they can't sell those 5 Teslas and 4 homes, can they? Oh, no. No. Fuck Nancy Pelosi's ice cream freezer. Come on now, America. Let's get serious. Let's start thinking. And let's start taking these thoughts and putting them into action. There's nothing wrong, and we should be at the point where this country has entirely free healthcare. This is enough. There's a lot of people going without because they can't get free healthcare. There's numerous examples on social media of how people are now turning down raises because they have to pay for their healthcare. Because if they receive a raise, they gotta pay a skyrocketed premium. That's not American. That's unfair. And that's fucking stupid. Oh, but we're gonna vote Republican again, right? Of course we are. Because we will never change the way we think. So America, to close it out, I wish everybody a happy, healthy, wealthy day. Let's think positive, stay healthy. And let's push this idea across the desk of the Republican Party. Time for free healthcare. You want to move, want to open up the country? We got to get tested and be healthy. And get that worry off our chest. To everyone that thinks against free healthcare, you're fucking stupid. This country would be a better place for it. And a lot of other places that people would like to move to because that's where they like to go could actually enjoy the place they would actually like to live. You don't have freedom of choice. You have no freedom in this country. Because if you can move somewhere and have health coverage, and you would enjoy moving there, for example, it would take a lot of worry off somebody to go move to where they would like to live. And saving the country billions in healthcare. You might get a more positive reaction every year. You might get a more positive reaction, period. That's one of the biggest expenditures in this country is healthcare. And that's a human right. It's not liberalism. That's what you fucking half-witted light bulbs don't understand. Half-lit motherfuckers. Healthcare should be a human right. Without a doctor, you don't live healthy. Diabetics without insulin die. Asthmatics without their asthmatic medication die. Nobody should have to pay $600 a month for insulin just because they live in a certain state. That's what I'm getting at. You want to open up the country, but we have not adequate testing because they want to fucking charge for it. Just so everybody knows why there's not adequate testing, because they're charging for it in certain states. Do your research. Nobody should be charging during a pandemic to have a fucking self-tested for coronavirus. But that's your Republican majority party. It's all about money. That's where this country, I go like this. For my 4-year-old. When a 4-year-old looks at a phone, just for the hell of it, you go up and get something for him or whatever, you go and do a dish or you go do something, and he looks at the phone and he sees Trump going on and on and on, for example, or some other congressional person in a suit and tie, and the child automatically goes boo. You know there's a problem in this country. You want to open up a country claiming that it's changed and it's great and all this other shit, but it's not. It's the same fucking garbage, greedy country it's always been, because nobody wants to make it better. Maybe if we got rid of Republican and Democrat and just put in a party that's just like, alright, do y'all want free healthcare? Look to the economists, oh, but it will be a lot of work for us to do the math. Fuck them, do it. Because the people said so. That's where the Constitution comes in. Our forefathers did not want to see their fucking people have to pay to see a doctor, or a child to see a doctor, and charge that child. It's disgusting. Maybe, if we just implement one change, we may be able to get somewhere. But until then, I think everybody should be going boo. This country's disgusting and we're doing nothing to change it. All we're going to do is open it up, and it's going to explode with coronavirus, and everybody's going to go back to the little lockdowns. And I'm going to be laughing, not for the deaths and not for the people infected, but for the sure correctness of how wrong this country is. It's wrong. But see, America's always been on wrong, because that's where the money comes in. It's not all about fucking money. It's about logic and principle. Again, a dollar is an idea. It's an idea of trade, ideal of trade. Once you put that ideal aside for the core principle of what you're paying for, that's where the fucking logic comes in. Everybody have a great day. Let's think about it. I want America today to marinate on what I just said. I need to see a doctor. I can't breathe. I need to see a doctor. I don't feel good. Well, that'll be $500. For what? To possibly save your life. That's why. That's fucking stupid. I'm out.